Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am back and it is time for a favorites video. Whew, alright, so I don't really do favorites video. We've spoken about this. It's not really my jam because I don't feel like I have enough products like on a monthly basis to share favorites with you guys. And even every couple of months, it kind of doesn't make any sense. So I don't really get into that, but I think it's always fun to do an end of year favorites video just to wrap up the year and showcase like the products that really wowed you, that made you excited for the year. So here are my favorites for 2019. Now there aren't too many products here. I was actually trying to keep this at 19 products because that's kind of catchy, right? 19 favorites for 2019, but that didn't end up happening and I'm fine with it, even though I didn't really end up doing much more than 19. Like I didn't go like 40 something favorites. So this is not gonna be an hour-long video and I might just have jinxed myself and this ends up being 400 years long. So how long do you think this video is going to be? You already know, but how long do I think it's going to be? I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes. Do you think I can do it? Let's try. You already know the answer. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm not gonna do these in any kind of particular order, so it's not like this is number 1 and this is number 20. I'm just gonna go ahead and group them together in a way that makes sense. So if I do like face products and then eye products, you know, we're gonna make sense of it all. So I'm gonna start out with one of my top favorite things this year, something that I fell in love with that I didn't expect to fall in love with, and that is the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation from Urban Decay. Now, when I started the year, I'm going on this makeup journey. I'm doing this makeup diet, this cleanse, this whole keto lifestyle with makeup. I'm not actually doing keto because I could never. But I had said in that video that I'm not buying foundations. Like, as tempted as I am, I'm not getting any foundations. But this came out and I had to get it. Oh my god. So what I did was get a sample at Sephora. I was like, let me try it out. Ain't no, you know, I'm not buying it. And when I tried it, I was blown away. The finish of this is beautiful. It's like a natural matte finish on my skin. It wears a really long time and I have oily skin and it lasts so well on my skin without getting greasy or oily, and even when my oils start breaking through, it still looks very natural on my skin. So it's not like makeup-y and crazy. And it has the added bonus of the added bonus. It has the added benefit of being mostly transfer free. Now they do state that it is transfer proof, but it's not like 100% budge proof, smudge proof, like it's not gonna come off. But it does transfer less than any other foundation I have in my collection, and the shade match for this is exquisite. They have a ton of shades. I believe they have up to 50, maybe it's 50 shades because that's like the going number now. And so I was able to find my perfect match. When I tell you this is the perfect match, it works so well on my skin. So I really love this. The shade I use is 70NN, which is neutral. So I absolutely love that. And staying in the same vein, I'm gonna mention the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. Oh my god, so the shade for this I use is 70NY. This, again, nothing I thought was gonna blow me away. I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter, it's not a big deal to me. Oh my god, I love this concealer, and I must say, this isn't really a big surprise to me because one of my favorite concealers is from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, and I've loved this for years. The shade I use is dark neutral, so I've loved this. So it wasn't really that much of a surprise that I love an Urban Decay concealer, you know? So it just went with the foundation, so I said, let me try it out since I love the foundation so much. Who says I'm not gonna love this too? And I fell in love. If I thought I loved the Naked Skin, I love this even more. This is more of like a medium coverage concealer. It's not gonna like block out the sky, you know? But it gives me just the right amount of coverage that I need under my eyes to cover up some darkness. It will cover up like dark marks, hyperpigmentation. But it doesn't blank out my skin to the point where you know I'm wearing makeup. I mean, you know I'm wearing makeup, but like, do you need to see the actual makeup that I'm wearing or think that you can scrape it off? Because I feel like Shape Tape can do that. It can get very heavy because it is full coverage, even though it shears out. Like, it's fine, I like Shape Tape, but this just gives me the coverage that I need without being heavy dewy, and it's really creamy under the eyes without being too moisturizing or too creamy, because I have oily skin. Under my eyes are a little bit more on the normal side, normal to dry, so I don't want something that's going to be like a full-on matte finish. I do want some hydration under the eyes, and this isn't like overly moisturizing or hydrating or dewy where it's gonna slip around and get greasy under there either. So I love this. This is like the oh my god, it's such a great concealer. I absolutely love that. And I'm gonna stick with foundation and mention this guy here from BeautyBlender. This was a surprise to me. This is the Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. I wanted to get a sample of this as well to try out, but BeautyBlender actually reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try this because I had done an anti-haul video where I mentioned their dual-ended brushes. Do I have one here? So these guys here where they have the little gimmicky ball on the end, and I was like, what the hell is that? I don't know why BeautyBlender is doing that, and they're pricey, no one's gonna buy those. And they actually reached out to me and said, hey, we saw you, we heard you, and we think you should still try out the brushes. And they sent me the full range of brushes, which I can eat my words because I fell in love with a couple of those brushes. So points were made, BeautyBlender. Touche, good on you. But they also wanted to send me the foundation to try out. So I was like, all right, I'll try it out. So this is, again, the Bounce foundation. I have the shade 4.1 C/O, which is Cool Olive, which the shade selection was a little bit tricky for me because I was like, all right, which shade am I? And I actually had to go in store and get another shade. It was a whole to-do, but I actually got a perfect match. And I love, when I tell you love this foundation, if I'm going for a flawless full coverage face, if it's a special occasion, I wear this to my holiday party because I love it that much, this is my guy. It's not full coverage to the point where, again, it blocks out the sun. It just blanks out my skin enough. All right, it gives me that flawless finish without being cake face, and it does have more of a matte finish. It's not like a full-on dry looking matte, but it does dry a little bit more matte than like the Urban Decay one, but it gives me an airbrushed finish. And when I tell you it looks so good on my skin and long wearing, oh my god, this will last all night through sweating and dancing and getting my groove on. This will last on my skin without looking like disastrous. And even when my oils come out, which is another thing, I'm gonna get oily regardless. There is nothing that's stopping these oils apart from milk of magnesia, which we don't do. We don't participate in that anymore. Apart from like really sucking the life out of my skin with some drying lotion or something, it's gonna get oily at some point. And I like that I'm able to just blot away the oil from this and just go. It doesn't disturb the foundation when I blot, and I just blot with tissue paper. Don't even get me started. I do not get like blotting papers or anything. Send me to the bathroom, send me to McDonald's, get just regular ass napkins and absorb the oil, and my foundation still looks like I just applied it. So that's what I love about this foundation, and it's a great shade match as well. So love that. They expanded their shade range because their initial release was disastrous. Okay, let's just be clear on that. That shade range was trash. And they did say that they were focusing on like the medium shades. I don't want to discuss. They didn't do as bad as Tarte though, because Tarte was like, oh, we're saving the deeper shades for summer. Excuse? So they didn't do as bad because the owner or the founder is of a medium olive undertone, so she stayed with that range mainly. And since then they've expanded the range, so they've added lighter shades, darker shades, and few in between as well with different undertones. And I like that there wasn't a fanfare about it. Like they didn't say, hey, we messed up, look how great we are now, come and talk to us, kind of like Tarte did. They were like, oh, here's our new release. No, they kind of did it, they just did it, they fixed it, they made it better, and they didn't make a whole production out of it. And I like that approach too, and I like that I did an anti-haul and they were open to sending me their products to try out. So that kind of swayed me a little bit, but this formulation swayed me even more. And I'm gonna keep with the face stuff because they also sent me this primer. And I didn't buy any primers this year, and I'm not a big fan of primers. Like, I don't see the hype. But this is the BeautyBlender, the Leveler Pore Minimizing Primer, and they have two shades. So this one is the dark shade. This is for Tan Deep, and it's meant to smooth and fill. Listen, I didn't expect anything from this. I was like, all right, it's a primer. I expected it to be like a silicone primer because that's usually what they do when they say pore filling. This is so great at just smoothing out the skin. So I apply it to my T-zone. So this cheek area, the pores are serious, and a little bit in my forehead area. And it smooths out the skin without being drying. It doesn't feel like silicone. It doesn't ball up. And the fact that it has a tint to it actually works as almost like a light tinted moisturizer, but it's like a tinted primer. And I can put this on in my problem areas and go out the door, or apply some powder and be done. So I've used it as a primer. It doesn't, again, ball up under foundation. It works really well on its own. Like if you just want to put this on and go out the door with some powder, it works great. And I would never have tried this if they didn't send it to me. So PR does work, guys. If you send things to people to try them out, they might actually fall in love, and I might actually end up discovering some great products to recommend to you guys. So if you get a chance to try this out, I do recommend it. It's actually a really, really nice primer. Now, since we're talking about like skin products, I'm gonna mention the powder that I fell in love with this year. And there are a couple of powders that I like the one from Juvia's Place that I like, but I love this. And again, another thing I wasn't expecting to even like, and something that I didn't even want to try. This is from Urban Decay. Again, I know. It's Urban Decay's One and Done, the Ultimate Brush Off Set and Go Powder. Now, this is the shade Dark. They have a few shades. They have a translucent, a light, and a deeper one than this. And this guy has a twist off cap that has a brush in it, and it's a sifter jar. I actually don't recommend removing this little protective thing here, or if you do, just puncture like a couple of holes in here, because the powder will go everywhere in here and I'm not able to use the actual brush. So what I do is just screw off the entire top and use the powder directly from the jar itself, and it works really well. And you can still use the brush, so grab the brush, use the cap from here, grab the product from there, and apply the powder. The medium, this is the medium. It actually works on my skin as well as the dark. And I love the finish of this, right? It really gives the skin this airbrush flawless look without being drying or looking cakey, because sometimes a powder can look cakey, especially if you layer it over a foundation, especially like a full coverage foundation. It can look cakey, and this doesn't look cakey at all. And they say it's a brush off powder, so it's meant for like baking. You know how people like to bake under their eyes? It's meant for that. Like you apply it and you brush off the excess, and it's meant to give you that just light finish to your skin without being heavy. So I really, really love that. So I am glad I got to try that as well. And then the other powder that I loved so much is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. The shade I use is Dark, which is the darkest shade, I believe. Charlotte Tilbury needs to get it together and expand their shade range. Excuse me, Charlotte, can we talk? Can we talk? Like, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it right now. But I hit pan, and I hit pan in 2 powders. Now, these are pricey, so I don't need to be hitting pan and stuff. How much product you get in here? 8 grams? That's not a lot. How much did I get in the Urban Decay One and Done? How much was this? 9 grams. Oh, that's not bad. Like, I guess it's still like a decent amount of product, but I've been going through these, okay? I think I'm on my 3rd one now because one of mine broke, and I've been trying to like navigate this whole thing, but love that powder so much. Again, gives you this airbrush finish. It's a little bit more heavy duty coverage than the brush off powder, so it's gonna give you some coverage. So I'll use that on like my lighter makeup days, because with that coverage it doesn't matter if it's a little bit heavier. When I'm using a heavier foundation, I'll go with the brush off powder. But those powders I've absolutely loved. So I'm gonna keep with the face products before we jump into like eyeshadows and lip products. So another product that I said I wasn't gonna pick up this year, right? I was like, I don't need any bronzers, I don't need these in my life and whatever. Little did I know that I was gonna find the perfect bronzer for me. Oh my god. So these are the Cover FX Monochromatic Bronzer Duos. They have a matte and shimmer shade. I have Suntan Bronze and Sunkissed Bronze. I have both the shades. These are the two that they have available. They should add some more to this collection. So this one is the Sunkissed Bronze. It's a lighter shade. I actually would use this to contour like my nose, the hollows of my cheeks. This works great for that because it's more of a neutral undertone, so it works great for contour. And then this is the shimmer powder that you can use as a highlight. Now what I love about the shimmer is that it's not like a high impact highlight, because I hate listen, when I say I hate an intense highlight, I mean I hate an intense highlight. You will never be blinded by my highlight, absolutely not. You might be like, oh, she has pretty glowy skin, that's so cute, but you ain't gonna see no glitter on my face. I ain't out here shining, blinding anybody. My haters are gonna just be able to look me dead in the face because they're not gonna see their reflection. Listen, I am a matte girl, I am oily, I don't need to shine to the gods. So this shimmer powder works beautiful just to pop on the cheeks for a little bit of glow, nothing too crazy. You can mix the two colors just to give you a little shimmer. It's just gonna give you a beautiful glow without being like too excessive. And then the Suntan Bronze is the darker shade. This one I will use on my hairline to give me a little bit of a tan look. This is gorgeous, and this highlight powder also works great for just a little pep on the cheeks, you know. It's a darker shade, so it would work better on like deeper skin tones than mine, but it still works great on mine as like a blush topper, or again, if I wanted to add a little bit of shimmer, like I might add a little shimmer right above my brow to the temple, and it gives a beautiful look to the skin without being overwhelming. So I really love these two, and I'm glad I got both of them because, you know, I was hesitant. I was like, pick one, and I'm like, why pick one? Just pick them all. Why not? Who's gonna fight me? And no one has fought me so far, so here we are. Now, to wrap up like the face products, because I think that's it. The face products, I have two mists here. I know you guys are probably like, who is this? Where is Tina? Did she get abducted by aliens? I probably did, because I fell in love with some face mists this year. That was a lot of ests. So the first one, the best one, the one I'm in love with, is the Satin Skin Mist from Tatcha. Here's the thing though, this guy has a faulty sprayer. I actually had to get a new one, and a lot of people have complained about this. I love that it's matching my shirt. That's cute. So this has a really fine mist, and it's so lightweight, like I don't feel it. And that's what I want from a spray. I don't want to be soaked in setting spray. I've seen people like soak their skin, and I'm like, that looks so crazy. Are you okay? Like, why are you bathing in setting spray? I don't understand. I will never get it. And when I tried this out because of Kelsey Brianna J, hey bae, she was like, I love this and I have oily skin. And I was like, oh, do you now? Okay, we're gonna try it out, Kelsey. And she was not wrong. I love this. This gives a beautiful finish to my skin. I don't know, like it helps my makeup last a little bit longer or look better for longer. It's not necessarily that it lasts longer, it just looks like, oh, she's nice and satin and sexy for longer. And if I have a powdery finish, this also helps to tame that. And I love it. I absolutely love it. But they need to fix this sprayer problem, because I don't know why the sprayer gets stuck. And if it keeps happening, I'm going to keep repurchasing it or returning it and getting a replacement, because I am not going to be without this sprayer. I love it that much. So work on that, Tatcha. I don't appreciate it. Now, another mist that people went crazy about, and with good reason, because I also love this one. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. And yes, it is. You shake it up, right? And it has a really great sprayer as well. This is a little bit more heavy duty than the Tatcha. It smells glorious. Do they have fragrance in this? I should probably check, but I don't care because I love this. This smells like watermelon. It smells fruity, but it's not like that artificial like juicy fruit smell. It's a very fresh watermelon scent, and it's a very fine mist. When I say fine and refreshing, it is glorious, and I love this guy. This gives me more of a glow than the satin one does, so I wouldn't use this if I'm like going out for a long day, like I need my makeup to last. But if I just want to look glowy on a date night, or you know, if you want to be a little sassy, this is nice. Like, look how it made my skin look. I don't need to be glowy because I'm shiny as it is, but you know, it gives a beautiful, beautiful look to the skin. So I absolutely love that. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the eyes. I'm gonna speak about my mascara first. So you guys already know I love my Too Faced Better Than Sex. Hands down, favorite mascara. I have it, it flakes, and I still put up with it. It's like that toxic boyfriend that has good D, so you put up with it, you know, because you still want, you know what I'm saying, right? So it gives such great volume to my lashes. I love it. It flaky. So this time around, I got to try out the Lash Blowout mascara from It Cosmetics. They partnered with Dry Bar to do this, so that's why it looks like a little blowout brush, because they're trying to do like the blow dry thing with the mascara. It was a cute little concept, but I was not interested in trying this mascara because of the price. I was like, 20 what? I think it's like $25 or $24 or something ridiculous like that. Not that the Too Faced one is any cheaper, but I get that on sale, so you know how it is. Sometimes we do clown things and we don't need to explain ourselves. Just let us have things, all right? So this was sent to me, and I was like, all right, I'll try it, whatever. And you know what? I should have expected this because I do love their superhero mascara. And I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. It has a different brush than the Too Faced one. So it's just a conical shape. It's not really like an hourglass shape. But when I tell you, this gives me volume and dark, rich lashes and a curl. Like, I don't even need a curl in my lashes. Like, that's not my thing. Like, you won't catch me out here curling my lashes at all. I'm not worried about that because my lashes naturally curl. When I tell you this gives me a curl and holds it, I was like, excuse me, because it's noticeable. Usually you'll have a mascara that touts itself as being a curl enhancing mascara, and you're like, all right, whatever, nothing, like, I don't see it. This, I saw it. I really saw it, and it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna repurchase this when I run out. It's one of the mascaras that I would actually use in conjunction with my Too Faced Better Than Sex, because Too Faced is not going anywhere, right, for me. But I can see myself purchasing this when it's on sale or with a coupon, because I'm not about that $25 life. But it's so good, and it's such a great everyday mascara for me. What I've been doing is using this every day because I don't want to always deal with the flakiness, and this has been great. So kudos to you, It Cosmetics. You did a good job with that mascara, and your superhero mascara is also great. So I mean, I should have expected that. Let's go ahead and jump into the eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving, and I'm so glad that these came into my life. And the good thing is they came into my life in 2019, so I'm not like bringing it back. I am talking about things that are current. So the first thing that I have to talk about is the Violet Voss Bright Vibes Neon Pressed Pigment Palette. When I tell you I fell in love with this like out the gate, listen, I can't, like, look at this. Look, I can't even talk about it. Look at, woo! I got an accent, I got flustered, I don't know. Look, oh my god, I love color, guys, and I love neons, and I love the 90s, and this is such a 90s throwback. Like, that's when I grew up. Like, that's when I was a teenager, that's when I was in high school, that's when I was out here, and I'm an 80s baby too, so the colors were already there. Like, I was watching Punky Brewster, I was this kid, you know, so I love this so much. It's so bold, colorful, and it's neon, and it works beautifully. Neon colors, bright colors don't always like apply well or blend out well or give you that color payoff. This guy does all of it. All of it. The color that you see is the color that you get. It applies well, it blends out nicely. Beautiful. Love it, love it. Can't say enough great things. And the price, it's like $30. Thank you, Violet Voss. I am happy that I discovered that. Loving it. And then we're going to talk about the Ace Beaute Oceanic palette. I had to mention this. I was going through my collection. I was going through my videos. I'm saying, what did you love? Like, what did you use a lot of? Because I don't normally wear eyeshadow in like my everyday life. Like, I'm not out here just colorful eyeshadow every day. But I was going through and I was looking at the different palettes that really blew me away. The Oceanic palette. Come on. Come on. Blues are my thing. Teals are my thing. This is definitely an Oceanic vibe. And Ace Beaute makes some great eyeshadows. And their color stories for their palettes, fun, beautiful. This guy, glorious. Like, look, these greens are so magnificent. Even this neon, I did a look with this. And when I tell you, so the neon stood out. I cannot. This blue, oh my god. Child, this is so good, and I've used it to show you how much I loved it. I used it a couple of times on my channel, like a couple of times. Not just one video where I'm like, every time I thought about doing like a blue look or a green look, this is what I pulled out. And props to you, because this was beautiful. If you're into greens and blues, girl, whew, the shimmers are great. They apply well without having to like dampen your brush either. Come on. They released a couple more palettes. They released like 2 little miniature palettes. But is that the brand I'm thinking about? Yeah, they released 2 more palettes. I thought about getting those, but those look like the Flare palette that I already have. So I stayed away from them. And I'm not just buying things just to buy them anymore, like to collect everything that a brand releases. If it looks too similar to something else, I'm leaving it at the door. We're not overindulging. No, absolutely not. Another palette that I fell in love with, and I didn't expect it. This was definitely a surprise. I was talking mess about this palette, alright? Because I go in store at Sephora and swatch like new releases and stuff because I want to do a shopping block video for you guys. That's what I do. Like, I go in, I swatch things, I feel them, I see the color stories, I see if they're interesting. And I was gonna talk mess about this palette. This is the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive Pressed Pigment palette. I ate my words with this. Now, the step style is foolishness. I think this is such crap. I don't like this design at all because I have 3 little inserts that I have to keep up with. But look at this. I wish they'd done the little inserts like the Collaros highlighters. Collaros has a little tape that they use to secure the little plastic flap, so it keeps it in place. I think I might actually go ahead and tape these down. That is a good idea. All right, keep that in mind. I'm gonna do that with these so I don't lose them and I can just flap them back and forth. Okay, that works. This palette, oh my god. These work so well, and they're deeper tones, which I love, a deep, smoky, like sultry palette. All these little trios work on their own, or you can mix and match, and these work so well. Melt Cosmetics has really improved their formulation in their palettes, because before they were crumbly and stuff. Now I think they perfected it. This palette is so good. I love the color story. It looks like, oh, what is this? But when you actually use them, like if you use the trios together, they work so well, and you can like cross-pollinate too. Like, this works. Okay, I'm gonna tape this up after this, but I love this palette, and I've done looks with this. And what sealed the deal for me is that I actually travel with this palette. So when I am thinking about what I'm gonna pack for my makeup, I actually pack this. And it's heavy, it's weighty, and it's like, why would you pack something so heavy? And I'm like, but I can't be without it because I absolutely love it. So it had to go in my favorites. Now, the other 2 palettes from them that I love, they're newer to my collection, and I felt some type of way about including them in a favorites video because I just got them. Like, I literally just got them. But they're worth the placement in this video, and they are the 2 palettes from their Amor Eterno collection. So this is the Vita palette, and this is the Morte palette. I'm actually wearing the Morte palette on my eyes right now. I will link the Get Ready With Me video over here so you can check it out. This one has teals, a couple of turquoises, like blues. This is a dark gray, the reds, and then the champagne. I love this palette, and I love the formulation. I love how they apply. I love how they blend out. They work so well, so I had to include this palette, these palettes, the 2 of them, because the 2 of them work really well. And I've already done a look with just the neutrals in this palette. I will link that over here as well so you can check it out. but this just works. It's so pretty. The shimmers, I do use a damp brush with them because they can get a little bit flaky, but I don't mind that. I don't mind having to use a damp brush. I'll use it. I love to dampen my brush to use shimmers, so it's not a big deal to me. It's just that they're a little bit flaky and dusty, and if you don't dampen your brush, they can like fly all over the place and get into your eyes. So I do have to work with the shimmers a little bit, but the mattes make it worth it, and the majority of this palette is matte. Like, there are only 2 shimmers in this one. And even in the Morte palette, I think there are 2 or 3. 3. So the champagne, the teal, and then the blue. So it's not a big deal because the majority of the palette are matte shades. So I absolutely love, love, love that. Now, some other eye products that I fell in love with are from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadows, or is that what they're called? I don't know, but they're cream eyeshadows. I have the shade Bet, which is a bronze shade. Beautiful. These are great for like wash of color over the eyes, just one and done, or you add a little bit of a deepening matte shade in the outer crease and you're done. Like, you're good to go. And I've been using these like just for everyday simple looks. This one is Marie Antoinette and it's a lighter taupe shade. Love that. And then we also have Mona Lisa. I love these. This is a deeper, would you say a rosy bronze? Because it has a little bit of that purpley undertone. I love these. These are expensive, and I'm very upset with Charlotte Tilbury about her prices, but I love these. These remind me of the Tom Ford cream eyeshadows, because you know that Charlotte Tilbury helped out Tom Ford. That's why her formulations are very similar, like her eyeshadows. Her toppers, you know what I'm talking about. Her formulation, her aesthetic is very similar to Tom Ford at a cheaper price point. Still high-end price point, don't get it twisted, but much cheaper than Tom Ford. And these match up with Tom Ford, and these are in colors that I love. So absolutely love these. I had to mention them because I've been using them not every day, but when I do everyday looks, this is what I go for. So I can't say enough great things about them. Another product that I fell in love with. These are the Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow from Hourglass. These are also pricey. Hourglass, what is going on to Hourglass? Stop it. You know what, I want to try the Hourglass palettes, but they're so pricey and they're not at Sephora, and I want to swatch them before I try them, but I've heard such great things, and Hourglass barely goes on sale, so I'm like, I'm not spending that on. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The Scattered Light eyeshadow. So a lot of companies release like these glitter pot style eyeshadows. Hourglass is the one that I fell in love with because these are shimmers. They aren't glitters, they aren't chunky, they're not like, oh my god, what the hell is going on your eyes. These just give a sophisticated, shiny look to the lids, and I love that. I have loud eyeshadows if I want to be bold and in your face, but these are so glorious. So the shade I'm showing you now is Smoke. This is pretty, guys. I love this. And then the other shade, which one was that? That was Reflect. These are the 2 shades that I love. Now these, are they restocked? I had a hard time collecting all of these, but they're very similar, so I wouldn't say you need all of them. Like, pick one of your favorite and be done, because they're pricey. They're not really like something that I tell you go and collect them, but if you have the budget and you can probably get these on a sale, worth it. So next up, I have another glitter product that I fell in love with, and not many people talk about these, and I discovered these just happenstance. I was looking at Oma Beauty in store because I wanted to pick up one of their foundations that was a better match for me, because Oma sent me some of their foundations, some of their products, a lot of their products to try out. I actually did a full swatch video of their lip products. I will link that as well. I'm linking everything, and I fell in love with their lipsticks. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I was just standing around waiting for somebody to check in the back to see if they had a foundation shade that I was looking for. And I was just minding my business and I swatched these. These are from Smith & Colt. These are the Glitter Baby Metallic Shift Eyeshadow. I have an upcoming video for these. I haven't gotten the chance to finish up the video for these, but I'm going to showcase these and show you the different swatches. But these are like multi-chrome, duochrome, special chrome, all the chrome liquid eyeshadows, and oh my god, they're so pretty. These took over from the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadows for me because the glitter is a little bit more sophisticated. I love my glitter and glows from Stila, but I don't know, Stila is not on my list this year, but these, they have such beautiful duochromes. They have special colors. They look so interesting on the eyes, and as you buff them out, they give you this smoky look. So if I want to do like a galaxy eye or an oil slick eye, these work so well. Oh my god. Now when you blend them out, they can get glitter all over your face, so just be mindful of that. They're not like foolproof at all, but I love these, and they look so good. They look so shiny and glittery and just fun, and I love these. These up against the Cleona, what are those eyeshadows called? The Stained Glass collection. You know what I'm talking about, the jeweled multi-chromes. Those are another eyeshadow that I'm loving, but I need to play with those more before I add them to favorites. I actually was upset with Cleona. We'll get into it, but these are like the liquid form of those eyeshadows. So I love these. They're pricey though, but they were on sale at Ulta, so I don't know if they're discontinuing it. So if you see this video and you're interested, they're on sale at Ulta right now, plus Ulta has their 20% off coupon. Just saying, putting you on, because these are great, and then they're not on their display anymore, so I wonder if they're discontinuing this. If they are, get on it. Get one of the, oh, let me tell you a color that I really love. Fiery Copper. Do you see this? You see that. You see that. As a matter of fact, I need to get my video up soon then, because if they discontinue it, I would be really mad. Bronze is also great. Look at this blue one. This one is royal blue. Shut your face. I can't. I just cannot. Those are so good. All right, so eyeshadows are done. That's all. Let's jump into lips. So like I mentioned, I did the swatch video for the Oma Beauty lipsticks. You already saw the link, right? I don't have to add it again. So these are the Badass Icon matte lipsticks. Glory be to God, I found my favorite matte lipstick. This is so good. Listen, it's a twist up bullet. It's not a liquid matte, but these are so good. They're soft and cushiony and lightweight on the lips, but they still give you that velvety matte look to the lips. Oh my god. And the shade range is phenomenal for darker skin. If you have dark tan skin and deeper skin, you want a nude, you're gonna find it here. You want a red, you're gonna find it here. You want like a neon pink that's still gonna look good on your skin, this is where it's at. And this is so comfortable to wear. As a matte lipstick, you'd be like, nah, matte is not comfortable. These are comfortable and lightweight. When I say you don't feel them on your lips, they're not drying, they're long wearing as a matte lipstick is, and they have great pigmentation. Love these. Favorite shades, I have Sade, the red. When I say this is such a sexy red, it is a sexy red, and red looks so sexy when it's matte. This red, Sade, killing it. And then the shade Tracy, oh my god, this is such a beautiful dark brown nude. It's so good on my, when I tell you it's so good on my lips, I love this brown. I love, this is like a 90s brown. This is so caramelly and beautiful. I love it. And then my favorite nude that I've discovered this year is Aretha. This is more of like a neutral brown nude. It's literally like my lip color. This is so perfect. I love this so much. Oh my god. Love, love. When I tell you I love it, me tell us, hey, me love it, can't done. And then let's go a little bit high end and talk about a YSL lipstick. I know you're like, who you talking to about YSL? You may talk to on the same one. So this is the Rouge Volupte Shine in the shade 80. I don't buy YSL lipsticks, okay, because they are overpriced for no reason, and I don't like the smell of them. I know it's supposed to be like a mango. I don't know what kind of sour mango this is, but it smells like a funky green Jamaicans know what I'm talking about. You know that green smell? Like when somebody is smelling like they've been outside all day, like grass? That's what this smells like. It is so sharp. I don't like that at all. But this color, when I tell you this, you know what? I have not been swatching, so you're just gonna have to accept that. Should you accept that? I think you should. I might insert some swatches for some of the things, not everything though, because I can't be swatching everything. What we call this, like a papaya orange, like it's like a dark oh crap, I dug into it. Oh no. But it's like this deep orange, but it's glossy and it looks so good on my skin. When I tell you this is such a beautiful lip color, it is phenomenal. I love it, and it's shiny and it's comfortable and it's just so flattering. I had to mention it because I wore it a lot in the summertime, just to give that juicy look to my lips. And I fell in love with it, and I think it's a good shade from them. I don't usually see shades like this from YSL or from any brand really, and to get such a beautiful orange color, like I love orange on my lips, so that was great. And then, is that it? Is that it? Is gonna finish it up? No, I have two more things. Okay, another lip product that I fell in love with. These are from Il Makiage. So there's a Il Makiage little booth, a little kiosk. It's not a kiosk, it's like a little stand in the middle of the mall. You know when you have them little things in the middle of the mall? So I went and swatched their liquid lipsticks. I wasn't thinking too much about it because I bought an eyeshadow palette from them, and they were like, oh, if you buy the eyeshadow palette or you spend a certain amount or something, you got like free lip products. And I was like, what? They literally gave me these as a gift or purchase. And again, didn't think too much of it. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take it, you know, free things, I love freeness. Look at these colors. I know, and these are a comfortable liquid matte lipstick. I love a good liquid matte lipstick, right? And formulations have just been getting better and better and better. And this one is one of the best ones I've tried. I am so in love, especially after Smashbox, the ones that I had from them. Those were my favorites until every single shade, every single one dry out. And they dried out quick. I was like, no, Smashbox ain't getting no more love from me with this foolishness. And these, oh my god, these came out and I tried it. This color especially, this one is Matte Trouble. This deeper one. Went with the red in my hair and it looks so good and I loved it. And whew, and then this red is Matte Geisha. And is that not a good thing to call somebody a geisha? I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a slur, right? Like people are offended by that. Pardon me if that's a thing, let me know, because I know there are words that are just offensive and it's only right that I refrain from using it, and brands should mind that too. So this is the matte red. Beautiful, look at that red. So gorgeous. And then the last up, and you guys probably already see this coming. These are from Pat McGrath. They're the Lush Gloss. And I am slightly offended because these are pricey, okay? And I am offended by how great these look. These are so good. Oh my god. They're so good. Like, I tried one. Like, just one. Minding my business, I tried one. And once I tried the one, this is the one that I tried, was Flesh Fantasy. When I tell you this is so gorgeous, oh my god, this is such a pretty color. It is like a, what would you call it? Like, I don't know, like it is kind of pinky, I guess. It's like a pinky nude. Beautiful. She has like glittery ones and then like just creamy ones. So that one is Flesh Fantasy, right? Then I went in store because there's one in the Roosevelt Field Mall and I swatched some more. So then I got Flesh 6. This one here, a darker one. And then I was like, okay, that's cool, that's cute. And then I got the little trio set, which I think is a great deal to get 3 of the shades. And this shade here, which I'm gonna take these traveling with me, this is Flesh 4, so that's the darker one. Stop. And then Elisa from Kinky Sweat had the nerve to talk about, which one is this? For Real. She was like, oh, this is my favorite. And I'm like, really? I don't like you. Because you made me go get it. This one is more of a pale peachy nude and it has a little bit of shimmer in this one. And it's so freaking pretty. And then the other one that I got is Bronze Temptation. This one is also one of the shimmery ones. And it's like a deeper peach with golden shimmer, right? Look at these. So this one is creamy. They look similar, but this one is more pinky. This one's more bronzy. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my god. So that's what happened to me this year. That is how I spent my year, loving on things. And what I really enjoyed about my makeup journey this year is that it gave me time to appreciate products and appreciate my purchases and enjoy them and use them rather than just snatching them up and putting them away for hauls and then never using them. They're collecting dust in a corner. No, I actually used my products this year, and I fell in love with such great products, and I had to share them with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this little trip down 2019 to see what my favorite products were. Some of them I used already, and I have swatches of different ones. I'll probably try to insert some swatches if I can find them. I'm not gonna swatch everything because I just can't, and I want to get this video up for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed all my favorites, and I will go ahead and list all of them down below along with links on where you can pick them up. If those links take you to Sephora or Ulta, those are affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links, which does help me to put right back into the channel. So if you want to show your support, that's a great way to show it without actually doing anything extra. You're just buying the products the regular retail price. There is no catch to it. It's just giving me a small kickback. So thank you guys so much if you use my links. But if you're not comfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop. Just showing your support by watching my videos is also helpful. So thank you so much for that. And you can also hit the like button because that helps me out. Favorites, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, have a good time over here. Why not? We have fun. You like me, right? Because I like you guys. And you guys are one of my favorites for 2019 as well, because I don't know, like, my channel, the subscribers, the viewers, the people that are always in the comments. I know I don't respond to everything, but I know the little photos in your avies. I know some of the screen names, and I really wanted to let you know that I appreciated your support. Like, you guys are really rooting for me, and I appreciate that. I see that, and I thank you guys for everything, and I'm wishing you a prosperous 2020, because 2020 we're gonna do things. We're gonna be great in 2020. My 2019 was actually pretty great, and stay tuned for all my other videos because we have some fun ones coming up. And as usual, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You know we have fun. You know we talk about things over there. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.